आणि गुड मॉर्निंग बेटा सारे आगे। गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबडी। 29 has joined the meeting. I am audible. वंदना सिंगला आवाज़ आ रही है?
हाँ जी मैम।
ओके, क्लियर है?
हाँ जी मैम।
ओके, तो चलो लास्ट ਆਪਾਂ कर रहे सी कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स के अंडर आप कर चुके हैं कि व्हाट आर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, देन देयर क्लासिफिकेशन, देन द स्ट्रक्चरल elucidation of glucose, that is one of the monosaccharides, and then limitation of open chain structure of glucose, and then the cyclic structure of glucose, and in the last we have done Osage formation and mutarotation, which justifies the ring structure of glucose. So today we will start with we will go through the mechanism of Osage, then mechanism of mutarotation, and then the cyclic structures of glucose, fructose, and then further some reactions in which interconversion of carbohydrates can take place. How we can convert aldose into ketose, or how we can lengthen the chain of carbohydrate molecule, or how we can shorten the chain of carbohydrate molecule. So let's start. First is mechanism of Osage. As we have already done, we have taken in this glucose. In both cases, glucose and fructose mechanism is almost same, and this is the molecule of fructose, in which these two carbons are shown and other four are included in this R group, and in this already one molecule of phenylhydrazine has been added, and we got this, and then these electrons between carbon and hydrogen moves to here, and these two hydrogen, and this hydrogen moves to this nitrogen, that is we got NHPH, and here double bond. So we have already done this, and aniline is removed, and then second molecule of phenylhydrazine is added, and we get this, and when third molecule is added of phenylhydrazine, this product is found, and ultimately after removal of ammonia we got Osage. In both glucose and fructose, mechanism is almost same. So next is mechanism of mutarotation. As we already know what is mutation is, it is the change in specific rotation with the time, and in this case we have taken glucose as the example. We have taken glucose as example, in which this is glucose, In this, we see that first we already know open chain structure as we have done structural dissolution of glucose. In this, the electrons of this carbonyl group moves to oxygen, and these electrons forms bond with this carbon, and we get this, that is this carbon and this carbon are attached to oxygen. So we get ring structure. But in this ring structure there are two possibilities. After adding this hydrogen to this oxygen, OH group is formed. This OH group, that is this OH group, can be present on the right side or it can be present on the left side. When it is present on the right side, then we get alpha D glucose, and when it is present on the left side, then we get beta D glucose. So alpha isomer has OH group on the right side and beta group has OH on the left side, and other structure is same. So mechanism is in this carbons, first carbon and fifth carbons are involved and they form ring like structure by these movements of electrons, that is these electrons moves to oxygen, and these electrons of oxygen forms bonds with this carbon, and this oxygen gets attached to oxygen. So which is group is present on this carbon, H group is present, and these can be arranged OH group on the left side or on the right side. When on the left side, then it is alpha, on the right side. So if it is on the left side, then it is beta. If it is on the right side, then it is alpha. So mechanism of mutual rotation is clear. So next we move to cyclic structure of glucose. As we already know, we have already done alpha glucose is derived from this. In this, OH group is present on right side, so it is isomer in which if this in the ring is present on the right side, that is it is present if we form this structure, that is chair form structure. In this, OH lies on the lower side, then it is alpha. If OH group is present on the upper side, then it is beta. So glucose, if you already know, cyclohexane has different conformations, that is chair conformation, boat conformation, and then half chair conformation and twist boat conformation. Out of that 4 conformations, chair conformation is most stable. So in case of glucose, we write chair conformations. It is alpha glucose, that is OH is on the lower side of chair, and in the beta form OH is present on the upper side. So glucose has 4 conformations, but chair is most stable. So we draw these conformations because these conformations are further used in reactions, and we have already drawn these structures in which OH group is present on the lower side, and in this OH group is present on the upper side, and other is same. Other structure is exactly same. Arrangement of atoms is same, only this carbon has different configuration. So the carbons which have different configurations we will discuss further in epimers. So we can also write glucose ring structures as this and this, and have a structural formula as this. Similarly, beta and Fisher projection formulas and Haworth projection formulas, and like these structures of glucose, we can also write structures of ribose. All OH groups are present on the right side. These all three OH groups are present on the right side, and it is alpha. In this first carbon, if configuration is changed, that is OH group moves to this side and we get beta, then is beta. So like glucose, cyclic structures can be written for any molecule of carbohydrate. So these are the structures of ribose, and these are again furanose structures, and these are pyranose structures. So what is the difference between furanose and pyranose structures? We have already done. In pyranose, the structure resembles pyrene. The structure resembles pyrene, in which 6 atoms are present in a ring. One is oxygen, others 5 are carbon. One is oxygen, other 5 are carbon. But in furanose ring structure, it resembles furane. It resembles furane. That is, furane has how many atoms in a ring? Furane has 5 atoms in a ring. So in this ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 1 is oxygen and other 4 are carbons. But in pyrene, 5 are carbons, 1 is oxygen. So pyranose ring means that resembles pyrene, and furanose ring means it resembles furane with 5 atoms in a ring. 1 is oxygen, others are carbon. So we can draw cyclic structures of any molecule, and for that we must know the Fisher projection formulas. If we know Fisher projection formulas, then we can easily draw the Haworth projection formulas. And similarly for fructose, this is open chain structure. This open chain structure. In this carbon forms bond. This carbon through oxygen forms ring, and it has again furanose ring structures. Furanose means again furane, resembling furane, only 5 atoms in a ring, 1 oxygen and 4 oxygens are present. And in this also, if OH group is on the lower side, then it is alpha, and if OH group is on the upper side, then it is beta. So we can easily draw the structures. In fructose, we have drawn furanose structures, that is with 5 atoms in a ring resembling furane, and these 5 atoms are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 atoms form ring, and these furanose structures. In furanose structures, if OH is on the lower side, then it is alpha. If it is on the upper side, then it is beta. But we can also draw pyranose ring structures for fructose. In this, we have first is furanose structures and second is pyranose structures. In furanose structures, only second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon and fifth carbon, these 4 carbons form a ring, and we have 5 atoms, and it is this ring. In this also 1, 2, 3, 4 atoms of carbon and 1 oxygen, and this structure is formed. In this both, we are considering this OH group. If it is present on the lower side, then it is alpha, and if this OH group is present on the other side, that is on the upper side, then it is beta. So fructose with furanose ring structures alpha D fructofuranose and beta D fructofuranose. Similarly with pyranose ring structures, in pyranose we have ring of 6 atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons and 1 is oxygen. So these are the same structures resembling glucose. In glucose we have drawn only pyranose ring structures, but in fructose furanose ring structures are also stable to some extent, and in this again we can see OH group is on the lower side, so it is alpha, and this OH group is on the upper side, so it is beta. So these structures are important. Generally these structures have a structures. In question paper structures can be asked, say draw structure of alpha D fructofuranose or structure of beta D fructopyranose or beta D glucopyranose. So we should know the structures of these monosaccharides, that is especially glucose and fructose. Pyranose ring structures and furanose ring structures, both structures should be remembered. And so next is how we can convert one monosaccharide into another. That is, we start with conversion of glucose to fructose. Glucose to fructose, that is glucose has aldehyde group and glucose has aldehyde structure and fructose has ketone group. So aldehyde with glucose with aldehyde group and fructose with ketone group. We have to convert aldehyde of glucose into fructose, of that is ketone of fructose, or we can say the conversion of aldosis or ketosis, that is aldehyde group is converted into ketone group. So it is very important. Generally in the question paper it is asked how we can convert glucose into fructose, or glucose into mannose, or fructose into glucose, or how we can shorten the chain or we can lengthen the chain. So this topic is very important, that is conversions. First is conversion of glucose to fructose. For this we are starting with glucose. In glucose, this is the structure as we have already done. When we treat it with phenylhydrazine, this is formed. This is also known to us, we have done this reaction also. When then second molecule is added, we get this. This also we know. And when third molecule is added, we get this. Till this we have already done in mechanism of Osage or Osage formation. But further is when it is treated with HCl, then these both groups are, top group is converted into aldehyde group and second group is changed into carbonyl carbon, that is ketone group. And further, upon reduction with sodium and mercury amalgam in the presence of acid, first aldehyde group is reduced to alcohol while other remains the same. So in the second carbon CO group is present and it is ketone, and so it is fructose. So in this conversion, the aldehyde group is converted into this ketone group. So it is the conversion of aldose into ketose, or we can say we can convert glucose into fructose easily. That is first by the formation of osazone, then further treating with HCl and then followed by sodium mercury amalgam in the presence of acid, we get fructose. So this question can be directly asked, how to convert glucose into fructose. So next is fructose by these series of steps. So it is important how to convert glucose into fructose can be asked, or how to convert aldehyde group of a monosaccharide into ketone group. Both are important questions. It can be asked in any form, and so if it has to be converted glucose into fructose, then we first treat with phenylhydrazine, with 3 molecules of phenylhydrazine and forms posogene, then with HCl, and then with sodium mercury amalgam, and ultimately we get fructose or aldehyde group, or this aldehyde group is replaced into this ketone group. So next is conversion of ketose into aldose, that is opposite. In earlier we have done aldose into ketose, aldehyde group is converted into ketose. Now it is conversion of ketose group, ketone into aldehyde group. In this, these carbons which are involved are shown, and in this particular example we have done fructose is converted into mannose. What is the difference between fructose and mannose is both have 6 carbons. In this, ketone group is present, and in this aldehyde group is present, and these has 6 carbons in a chain, and in this 6 carbons in a chain, but configuration of this carbon is different from glucose. So glucose and mannose both are formed, but from glucose the configuration of this carbon is different. In this, OH group is present on the right side, and in this it is present on the left side. So this configuration is different. So we can say fructose can be converted to glucose, or it is mannose. In the reaction both glucose and mannose are formed. So if it comes convert fructose into glucose or fructose into mannose, these reaction can be shown. So first is fructose. In fructose, when it is treated with water in alkaline medium, then this enol is formed, in which this hydrogen moves to oxygen and these electrons moves to carbon, and double bond is formed, and it is CHOH, it is enol is formed. And then further on alkaline hydrolysis, this can give this molecule or this molecule. In this OH present on the right side, and in this OH present on the left side, both contains aldehyde groups. So it is glucose and mannose, both are formed in the reaction. So aldehyde can be converted into ketone group, or ketone can be converted into aldehyde group. So next is shortening of carbon chain. How we can shorten the chain? In this chain, rough degradation method is used. In this rough degradation method, this method is very important. It can be asked directly, what is rough degradation method? In this, carbon chain is decreased, that is, we can shorten the carbon chain. In this, first molecule 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are present, and in last product is 3 carbons are present. So we have reduced the carbon chain. That is first treating with bromine water, then this group is aldehyde group is oxidized to COOH, then treating with calcium. Calcium just replaces hydrogen, that is this is formed COO negative, calcium is associated here, and then treating with hydrogen peroxide, and in the presence of ferric ions it gives, that is this carbon is removed, and we get ultimately aldehyde group on this carbon. So 4 carbons are reduced to 3 carbons, and it is rough degradation method. Similarly, we can lengthen the chain. In lengthen the chain, this Killian-Fisher synthesis method is used, and in this method can be asked separately also, or the conversion of 2, can be asked, that is how to convert erythrose into ribose or erythrose into arabinose. So these both conversions are important, and in this first we treat with cyanide ion. When it is treated with cyanide and HCl, this CN group attacks this carbon and this is formed, and then upon reduction with hydrogen in presence palladium and barium sulfate, this gets changed to this, and further upon hydrolysis we get this aldehyde group on the first carbon, that is ribose is formed. And similarly, if configuration around the second carbon is different, then this is formed and this is arabinose. So Killian-Fischer method is used to lengthen the chain, and here there are 4 carbons are present, and in the final 5 carbons are present. And similarly we can see this reaction in this, the carbon chain is increased from starting with 3 carbons to finally 4 carbons. And in this method we have shown directly the hydrolysis after cyanide, directly hydrolysis, and if it is done directly hydrolysis, then COH group is formed, and then upon heating it gives this lactones, ring structures, and finally with reduction these are formed. And if we are proceeding with this molecule, then this is formed. Similarly, if we are proceeding with this, you can easily write the product in which only the configuration around the first carbon will be different, that is this carbon will be different, all other will be the same. So next the epimers we will continue on the next lecture from the epimers. Till this you study, and if there is any problem you can talk to me, okay, or contacting me in WhatsApp group. So thank you beta, we will continue further in the next lecture. So leave the meeting.